There is something magical about neon lights and the people who make them. Tubes of glass are bent over flames like Jimmy Vu of Let There Be Neon is doing here. They are then filled with neon gas and electrified to create light. The company's work has brightened Radio City Music Hall, Studio 54, big stores like Bloomingdale's, huge brands like Chanel and Nike, designers like Stella McCartney, restaurants like Shake Shack, and hotels, rock bands, films, and TV shows like The Sopranos. What is the appeal?
I like to say it's fire in a tube.
Dave Waller and his wife Lynn have long worked with neon lights in Boston and became the owners here last year. He says that in the late 1890s, William Ramsay and Morris Travers in London isolated neon gas into a tube and then
hit it with high voltage to see what happens, and it made a brilliant red light. And a fellow named Claude in Paris, he perfected the electrode, and that was the key to signs. Neon first became an advertising medium in the 1920s in America, and it took off like a rocket. Everybody had a neon sign back then.
How long will an outdoor neon sign last?
Well, that shoe repair sign is coming up on 100 years old.
Really?
Yeah, it lasts a really long time. And even if somebody does throw a rock at it, we can repair it.
Studio manager Molly Ray says they really love to repair old neon signs.
Maybe like 80% is custom new work, but we love the restorations.
And they have vintage glass to use for repairs. Whether restoring or making something new, a ribbon burner is used to make large bends, and crossfire flames are used to make tighter ones.
So right now he is blowing into the tube, putting his breath into the glass to make sure that it does not collapse in on itself. Because it's so hot, the glass wants to just melt.
The guide Jimmy uses is created by art director Hannah Weikert on a printer called the Plotter. So we have the lips. A hand torch is used to attach electrodes and to join sections of glass. Jimmy has been a glass bender for 37 years, and the team is proud of his expertise. This piece will soon have neon gas inside, but Dave says you could actually use any of the noble gases on the right side of the periodic table. And you get various colors because the tubes are coated inside with different kinds of phosphorus that react with the gas. Next, the piece is bombarded with heat to clear out any impurities. It's still blue from the phosphorus inside. Then it will be filled with neon.
There's a meter that he's using to make sure that it's the right amount of gas for the piece.
Next, Jimmy gets set for the electric charge, and he flips the switch.
So you're seeing the blue and the pink because the gas is not yet circulated through the whole piece. You can literally watch it turn pink.
Neon signs went out of vogue in the 1950s and 60s when people started using plastic panels over fluorescent tubes.
And by the 70s, neon was really on the outs. But along comes a fellow named Rudy Stern, who is the founder of Let There Be Neon, and he started by going around the city and buying little window signs. And a lot of these were unwanted and the stores were closed. So he would buy them and clean them up and then sell them to people to hang in their house as art. He quickly ran out of signs, but it got him thinking. So he started making small display pieces that anyone could buy. And then one day, John and Yoko are walking by and they see the shop and they come in and they buy a neon cloud from Rudy. And then John Belushi comes in and he buys a neon guitar.
After Rudy Stern, Jeff Friedman owned the workshop. Artists have often asked Let There Be Neon to execute their designs, including Keith Haring, Robert Rauschenberg, and Tracy Emin. Some delightful signs are the animated ones where different sections blink on and off, telling a story. Dave rescued one above a barbecue joint on Manhattan's West Side.
It was advertising the tiniest restaurant, a 3-table restaurant, and they've got a sign that's 25 feet long to do it. Is kind of fun. It's got a massive flashing mechanism to cycle all of the light bulbs.
How do animated signs work?
You divide the piece into circuits. So if you have 10 sticks of neon that all have to come on individually one at a time, That's 10 different power supplies.
This is the fabrication studio where they do a lot of the wiring and assembling, and also where they build the metal boxes that will be backdrops to some of the neon pieces, especially those that are outside. This is also where they apply blackout paint to the sections of the tube you aren't supposed to see to complete the illusion. Many people love to have neon pieces in their homes, for example, to decorate a game room. That was the decor recently when my grandsons, Theo and Bax, got to play pool with their grandpa with neon signs on the walls. Let There Be Neon even made a flower for one of their colleagues who was out sick. Dave says neon is captivating because you can almost see the electric charge blazing in the tube.
That fire is exactly the same mechanical, chemical process as lightning is. And it's a continuous chain reaction of lightning. And there's no other light source like it.
I'm Donna Hanover for Arts in the City.